people who are coming to the city now, new teachers or new foreigners that I'm meeting, they're coming to the city now, the Beijing that they're seeing is not the Beijing I knew when I first came here. It's like every 5 years, Beijing's a new city. My name's Nigel Mainville. I've been living in China for about 8 years in the mainland in Beijing, and now I'm teaching at a kindergarten, teaching English as a second language. As I grew up and I got to come to China, first to Taipei and now in Beijing, you get to see how much China's developed, and the subway systems are more modern than the subway systems in Boston or New York, and I think there's more of a willingness to use technology in these countries. So as far as like WeChat Pay and using your phone to pay, I think that's still a very novel thing in America, whereas you're using it everywhere in China. And so, as much as like the old Chinese culture is there, and I learned about that in school too, in university, learning about literature, learning about like Li Bai and Du Fu and Han Feizi and Kongzi and all of those, wonderful parts of Chinese history, but also seeing China for what it is now with pop music and movies and technology and big cities and, modern culture and, modern sports, skateboarding, soccer, basketball. It's sort of a more complete picture of China now. 9 years ago, when I first came to China, there was no WeChat. That's the first example that comes to mind. So to see, smartphones and the way that they've been utilized in China, like WeChat was first just a chat service. And when I left China, I used it just to stay in touch with friends. And then WeChat Pay happened, and then Didi happened, which is a lot like Uber, but I just feel like the e-commerce world in China, Taobao, and the way that that's developed has just been overnight completely changed the way that I live on an everyday basis.